There are reports Syria's President Bashar al Assad has left the country as Syrian rebels say they have taken over the capital, Damascus. The country's Prime Minister says he's ready to hand over the government to the opposition in a peaceful transition of power. Earlier, the leader of the rebel group claimed the group is in the final moments of taking over the nearby city of Homs.
Dear brothers, we are living in the final moments of the liberation of the city of Homs, with the permission of Allah Almighty. This is the historic event that will distinguish between truth and falsehood. We advise our brothers in the resistance, as we have previously advised them, to show compassion towards the people. Those who lay down their weapons should be granted safety, and those who flee should not be caught. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds.
Martha Kellner has more on this situation in Syria.
We're seeing stunning pictures out of the Syrian capital, Damascus, of truly momentous events. It does seem that we're on the brink now of witnessing the fall of a brutal regime which has lasted for more than half a century, 24 years under the current president, Bashar al Assad, and 3 decades before that under his father. That regime which has taken thousands upon thousands of lives, including over the past 13 years of civil war, appears to be coming to an end today. The latest we have is that those Syrian rebel forces are now in the very heart of Damascus. The speed of their advance has taken almost everyone within the international community by surprise. It is less than 2 weeks since this current offensive began. Just over a week ago, they took Aleppo, Syria's second city. Just hours ago, they took the key strategic city of Homs. They are now on the brink of taking Damascus, if they haven't already. President Bashar al Assad nowhere to be found. The latest we have is that he appears to have boarded a plane to depart Damascus, but his whereabouts not yet known. The latest we have from those Syrian rebel forces themselves, they've written on Telegram, the communications channel, that they've taken the main prison in Damascus. It's a prison which has been notorious for torture and mass executions. They say they have now taken that prison. We've seen pictures that appear to show prisoners having been released. They wrote on that Telegram social media channel, "We bring to the Syrian people," they said, "the news of the liberation of our prisoners and their unchaining." And according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, which is a UK-based information office whose stated aim is to document human rights abuses in Syria, they say those forces have also taken 2 other prisons in the capital, which is very significant indeed. We've also seen pictures of the main international airport in Damascus, of people leaving that airport, of scanners and security positions having been abandoned in the airport, no flights arriving or departing from that airport. They've already taken, the rebel forces, the airport in Aleppo, which is Syria's second city. And this evening, we know that thousands of people on cars and on foot are gathering in the main square in Damascus, chanting freedom, chanting death to Assad. Scenes of utter elation here of what appears to be the end of this, as I say, more than half a century long regime, a brutal regime of President Bashar al Assad and his father before that. Just hours ago, the main rebel coalition declared that it had captured that strategic city of Homs, which is around 100 miles north of Damascus. The speed at which they made their way round to the perimeter of Damascus and penetrated the very centre of that city has taken not only the international community by surprise, but those rebel forces as well just didn't expect this to happen so quickly.